Alright, so here's the new Apex Legends trailer. There's two of them. I don't know why there's two of them, but that's kind of stupid to me. So apparently he or she, I can't remember if it's a he or she, is of African descent. And I'm wondering, what kind of African are we talking here? Are we talking African from like Nigeria or Egypt or fucking South African? What is it called? Kenya? Algeria? You know, where? You know, because there's so many different countries, so... Whatever, let's see.
Long ago, there lived a young princess who was blind.
Oh.
This pained the king and queen, so they kept the princess locked in her room to keep her safe from the dangers of the world.
Of course.
One day, a young man passed under her window, singing. His voice drifted through her window and wrapped around her heart, and they fell in love. The young man asked her to keep a candle lit for him, as he'd return that night to spirit her away. The king and queen, however, were listening, and out of fear of losing their daughter, they captured the young man and locked him away.
Bunch of dicks. How would she light a candle if she's blind, though?
The princess waited by her window with a candle, but the young man never came. She wept for fear that the dangers of the world had hurt her beloved. As she wept, a moth fluttered into her candle's flame, but was quickly extinguished by her tears. Grateful, the moth offered to help the princess find her love on one condition. Bemoaning its cursed lot, the moth confessed it was always drawn to that which would do him harm. It wanted to be reborn as her child, to be free of this curse. The princess swore a blood oath that the moth would be reborn of her, and so they set off into the moonlit night.
Okay, I'm confused. I'm confused. Like, how does this tie with the new legend? Whoa, scratch that. So I was editing this video, and I sounded really stupid. So I kind of got what happened here. So the moth is the baby of the princess and the guy. Or so it seems. I don't know, because it doesn't tell us the story, like what happened. Did the princess escape and get her boyfriend, or did the boyfriend escape? Doesn't matter. The moth pretty much said, because those were big words and I wasn't paying attention, pretty much said, I would connect you guys again. One condition: let me be your baby, because let me get out of this cursed body. Right? But what's interesting is, if the character is finally born from the princess and from the guy that she fell in love with, the motherfucker's still cursed. Or so it seems, he's still cursed. I don't know, because all I can think about is this a mutant, you know? Is this a mutant fucking baby? It can't be. You know, I'm not saying this game can't dip into that supernatural, because it's science fiction, so you can't say that there's no supernatural, no supernatural fucking things happening in sci-fi. I mean, they kind of have time travel in this universe. They just made time travel a lot more, like, okay, that's believable. Yeah, so the moth is pretty much reborn. But it's so many questions. That's why I'm actually not a fan of this story. I'm not a fan of this because it doesn't really make too much sense. It feels like it doesn't fit into the lore of Apex. Because, everybody else has this abandonment issues, death in the family, a betrayal of their, military or their fucking bosses and shit. Everyone here has that type of realistic, they have a realistic fucking thing. Not to say, no, I know not everybody's realistic because this is the future, but, this guy just sounds like, I don't know. I don't want to say that they didn't put any work into it. I mean, it's an interesting concept, but it's like, he was cursed. Is he still cursed now? You know, like, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm not really a fan of this lore at all because, yeah, like, Revenant, obviously, he's cursed, and we see why he's cursed. You know, that's sci-fi. We can work with that. But this guy was once a moth, and he wanted to get out of the moth body. So he became the princess's baby. They swore a blood oath. So what, does he still have the moth features? Is he a moth man? Like, what is he? You know, and I got a feeling that he's gonna have a bunch of like a bunch of cybernetics on him. Then it'll be like, oh, come on, this is bullshit. You mean to tell me that this baby was reborn from a moth and he was born with cybernetics in him? I mean, we can make the argument that, oh no, he came out, he had disformities and they put cybernetics on him. That I can believe, but I don't know. This story was kind of lame. It would have been cool. I would find it more interesting that if the man who was locked up, that's the new legend's named Seer, by the way. That should have been Seer. His whole thing should have been like, I want to find my blind girlfriend. That is why I joined the Apex games. Not only to make some money to go find her, but also to let everybody know that I'm searching for my blind girlfriend. Because the Apex games is huge, right? They should have went with that story. A love trying to find his love who can't find him because she's blind, right? Like, I don't know. I don't agree with the story. I don't like it. So, not saying it wasn't creative. It just, that whole supernatural curse shit, it didn't fit into this game. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way, but I don't know. What do you guys think?